Hi guys, how's it going? My name is Darren Serbert. I am the lead programmer here at PRi3D North this year, and I'm going to go over some of the software that we are working with this year. So far we have our drivetrain code implemented with the 3 symbol shifters. As it goes for updating stuff, we ended up just actually deleting everything off our computer and just starting with a fresh install of everything. So firmware versions, I believe all of these are the kickoff release. If not, they're going to be pretty close to it. So you guys shouldn't have many problems with copying code over. So we are running for across the road, we are running version 5.20.2.2. WPI we're running versions 2022.1.1, which I know is the kickoff release. And we are running rev version 2022.1.0. There's a couple changes in WPI lib this year that I definitely recommend teams look into. On the FRC docs, which we'll link below, the FRC docs goes through some of the changes. Some Xbox controller changes were the big things that we had to deal with drivetrain code, but we'll probably run into a couple more as we go. Overall though, it was pretty easy. The only issue we had was actually while we were deploying our code and trying to run it for the first time, we had an update with the Rio. Actually the 2022.1.1 actually came out while we were deploying. So that caused a bit of confusion on my end as we were going, but we ended up figuring it out, just updating. So definitely make sure teams update, get their Rios imaged to the newest firmware before trying to run any of the new code. I also want to touch on imaging the RoboRio. We have a RoboRio 2.0 that we're using this year, and I would definitely have teams look up on the FRC docs how to image the RoboRio, as it says there's a specific way we're supposed to do it. So you're actually supposed to take the SD card and put it into your computer to do the original flash, and then set the team number on the FRC RoboRio configuration tool. This is kind of backwards from how I would have expected. I was thinking you could just plug it in. It looks like you can do that after you get the initial push code, or you initially push the firmware to it. But for the first time, you have to do it with the SD card. That's how I read it. I could be reading it wrong, but we just did it to be safe that way, and it ended up working fine for us. Overall, I think the new API looks good. I really love Rev's configuration utility, the simplicity of it. Just like I said, have teams make sure you update your stuff before you start deploying code or trying to work with stuff, or you will run into bugs. Also, just letting teams know, all of our code is actually published on GitHub this year. It was last year too, so we'll be linking that in the description as well. Just like a PRi3D North on GitHub, or follow the link in the description, and you can follow along with our code.